Hello there, welcome once again to another session, another video. Right, so who is your customer? That is a serious question that every business must answer. And how do you sell to them? One thing is to know who your customer is. Another thing is to learn how to sell to them. My name is 𝘊𝘁𝗿𝗄𝗏 and I am an online business coach, and I help people to make money online. Right, so we are going straight into the training, but first of all I want you to hit the subscribe button and like this video and drop a comment on what you would like me to do, what you would like me to teach on in my next video. Drop a comment in the comment section. All right, so let's go. So the first thing you must understand is that you are not for everyone. All right, you are not for everyone, and that is the reason you should know who your customer is. So who is your customer? Your customer is, number one, the person that needs what you're selling, not the person that wants what you're selling, because wants can be replaced, wants can be delayed, wants can be supplemented, but needs are needed immediately. All right, so if you are selling fast food, all right, so you have to look for people that cannot or do not have the time to prepare their morning food, their breakfast, and you pitch your fast food to them, and you are able to deliver it to them, maybe in their office, in their homes, or when they're in school. All right, so they need what you are selling. But if you are selling fast food and you are targeting hotel owners, or you are targeting other people that sell food like you, that's not your customer. All right, so sometimes I ask the business people that come to me for mentorship this question, and they tell me that everyone is my customer. Anyone that is in Lagos, anyone that is in this vicinity, everyone in my state is my customer. All right, that is not true. All right, your customer is a particular set of people in the society, and you must know that one of the things you use to know them is that they need what you're selling. So ask yourself this question: who needs what I'm selling? Now B, they are willing and able to buy what you are selling. All right, so what do we mean by willing? Now well, let me use a real estate company. All right, okay, let me come down. Let me use a taxi company like Uber. All right, so if someone is trying to move from one place, maybe to a meeting or to a wedding, and the person needs to book a taxi that he or she will be alone in that taxi, the person will be willing to book an Uber. All right, and what does it mean to be able? Now the person can pay. Ability is being able to pay for that product or service. So you see people that are willing to buy from you, but they are not able. That is not your customer. All right, unless you have a list where you keep them and they will keep waiting for them until they are able. All right, for instance, you are selling an information product for students, all right, or how people can get jobs, how people can secure jobs, how they can scale interviews. You have a digital product for that. Now you can part of the people that are in your market, or part of your customers, are people that are already in their final year in the university, because these guys, immediately they are coming out, they are they are doing what? They are needing a job. They want to learn how to do interviews, to pass interviews. So you must understand that these people are willing and able to buy what you're selling. If Lamborghini, for instance, cannot advertise or show their products to average earners, all right, average earners might be willing, all right, average earners like me, for now, we might be willing to ride a Lamborghini, but we are not able, all right, because Lamborghini is for you must have earned some millions of dollars before you can really afford a good Lamborghini. So it will be wrong for the owners of Lamborghini to target me in their ads, all right, to target me to buy a Lamborghini. They should target the politicians. They should target the billionaires, all right. That is the market that both need a Lamborghini, they are willing to ride a Lamborghini, and they are able to ride a Lamborghini. Straight up, we are going into other factors you must consider to know who your customer is. Number one is, what is their age? All right, age is supposed to come before occupation. So what is their age? Now you see, and let me state this quickly, the more narrow the age range is, the more specific and powerful your message will be. The narrower these factors, right, these factors that are listed here, the narrower you make them, the more impact your message will be, because you are speaking to a subset. Sorry for that. You are speaking to a subset in the society, all right. You are speaking to a subset in the society, so, or in the market. So that market is small, all right. In that market is small in when we talk about specification, but it is broad when we talk about relating the message, all right. So because you what you don't want to do is trying to make people to say, is he talking to me? Are you sure he's talking to me? I'm not sure I'm the one he's talking to. It looks like me, but I'm not sure. You want to pass your marketing message for someone to say, he was with me last night. He knows exactly what I'm thinking, right? So the narrower you make these factors, the more impactful your marketing message will be, all right. So that is what you should do. So the age range should not be more than 10 years, all right, depending on the product. For instance, if you are selling a health product, health products usually have a larger range, because a drug an 18-year-old can take, a 45-year-old can take that same drug, all right. So but when you are selling things like info products, when you are selling digital products, when you are selling luxury products, the age range should be narrower, all right. So for instance, you want to sell how people can get jobs in the banking sector. Now you see that is for a specific class of people in the society. So the age should be ranging from 22 to maybe 28, all right, or 22 to 26. You know, the narrower your age range is, the more impactful the message will be to that market, all right. You will be talking directly to them. The second thing is occupation. What is their occupation? Now, why you should know their occupation is because, okay, let me give you an instance. When I launched my book, my first book was during the long lockdown, and that book was talking about how to make money online, all right, because many people didn't know how to navigate online. They didn't know anything online, so they were looking for anything they could lay their hands on. You know, people were just at home and they were scrolling online. So when I released that book, the people I choose as the occupation of my customer was majorly people that were already working in banks. I choose bankers, I choose lawyers, I choose teachers, and engineers. I wrote down those occupation because when I was writing my marketing message, I had to put it there that whether you are a teacher, whether you are a doctor, whether you're a lawyer, you need this book. All right, you see now I am including them to that marketing message. And a doctor will easily buy that book. All right, an engineer will not find it difficult to buy because I am talking to him. All right, so the third one there is education level. Now, if for instance, why should you consider their education level? If you're in Nigeria, for instance, you know that there are some products. For instance, there are some beer, the cheap beers. The consumers of the cheap beers are not really the elites. All right, the elites in Nigeria don't consume the cheap beer; they consume the costly beer. So, if you are using 𝘀𝘁𝗿𝗄𝗏 grammar to advertise the cheap beer, which people that don't have much education are the major consumers of that product. If you are using a lot of a very big grammar to advertise that product, you will not relate to them and you will not sell. All right, so you should know their academic level, their education level, so that you will speak to them in the language they can understand. If you have a product that is for professors, you are free to use terminologies, jargons of professors, and they will understand you and they will buy from you. All right, so the next one is income level. You really need to understand how important that factor is, because that takes you back to the B we mentioned earlier, being able, being willing, and being able. Now you see that a lot of people are willing to buy a particular product, but they are not able, and you are going to wear yourself out. All right, you will wear yourself out if you cannot. If you are selling to a broke audience, it's not your fault that they are broke. So you should focus on those that can afford what you are selling. So that's why you should write their income level. Another reason for writing their income level is for you to know how much they are able to dispose, their disposable income. All right, because there are some people that will never buy anything from you unless they have sorted out their basic needs. All right, so their income level will also help you to know how to package your product. You can sachetize your product. You can make your product in bits so that they can get it one at a time. All right, that's the idea of knowing their income level. The next one there is pains and frustrations. Now, psychology, marketing and psychology have told us that people run away from pain more than they go to pleasure. All right, people run away from pain 3 times than how they move to the pleasure of the same thing. Now it means if you tell someone buy this health product and you are going to be healthy, you are going to be strong, your bones are going to be strong, or the same product, you now come and tell the person, if you don't take this product and you take excess sugar or something like that, you can suffer cancer. All right, you are at risk of getting a cancer. So which one has more power? Right, you see that. So people, the same person will not like to hear the word cancer, and he will take action because the person wants to shift away from pain. All the money we spend on anything we are buying is to move away from pain, to move further from pain. All right, so and their frustrations, so you should know what their frustrations are, so that when you are writing your marketing message or when you are doing your advertisement, you can tell them that your product is the solution of that frustration. You must know that their frustrations. The next one is desires and goals. All right, so every one of us take action based on a particular desire or a particular goal. Our goal motivates us. All right, so you must know the desire and goals of your market. For instance, you are marketing, you want to market something to mothers. all right, maybe for their babies. You want to market a particular milk for their babies, and maybe it has some health benefits, and the goal of every mother is for the baby to grow to be healthy and strong, right? Now that's the goal of every mother. So you can tell them that can you imagine your child, your child being being very strong, all right? Can you imagine your child falling down from a particular elevation and it didn't break the bone, because the bone is strong because of this milk, and this my milk is going to make your baby to have strong bones, all right? So you need to know the desires and goals. Now, knowing their desires and goals will make you to package your marketing message to market. You sell their goals to them. You don't sell the futures of your product. See, people don't care about how long it took you to create your product, all right? They don't care how the challenges you have. People are interested in what they want. They want their problems to be solved. They want to achieve their goals, all right? So, and that is what you should be talking about. Don't waste time on yourself. Don't waste time on your product. All your time, all your attention should be focused on the goals and desires of your market, of your customer, all right? So you should know what their goals and desires are. Where do they hang out? Location. This is very important, because if you don't know where a particular or customer hang out, you are going to be going to the wrong place to talk to the wrong people, all right? So I'm going to, in the next slide, I'm going to speak more on location and where they gather. But you need to know where they gather, the Facebook groups they are, the WhatsApp groups they are, and all that, all right? What are their interests and inclinations? Very important, all right? Because people are biased when their interests are involved, all right? People are biased when their inclinations are in the conversation, all right? So people can take an action because you are coming from the side of the religion they respect. People can make a buying decision because you are speaking from the standpoint of their political party, right? People can make a decision because you love the sport they love, all right? So some people have bought things from me because I support a particular club, and they know that I support that club, so they just related with me just because I am interested in their interest, all right? So you need to know their interests and inclinations. You need to write them down. Where can you find them? All right, this is a continuation of what we said in the past slide about their location. Where can you find them? Now you have known who your customer is, all right? You have identified their goals, their frustrations. You have known their age. You have known their income level, education level. You have identified all those things. Now you have brought out a particular person. Now you need to take that customer as one person, all right? For you to have the maximum impact, you are going to use those factors to identify a particular person. And the way I do it male and female, all right? Because there are some things that may be applicable to the male customer that will not apply to the female customer. So you need to capture all these things, and you can have Mr. Johnson and you can have Mrs. Helen or Miss Helen, depending on what you arrived at. And you can go a step further and get an avatar. You can draw an avatar and paste it where you can see it, and you are looking at that as your customer, right? You need to understand, you need to be very specific and exact about that customer, because if you do that correctly, you are going to sell massively, because you will be talking to a particular kind of person, guys. You are going to be talking to a particular kind of people, and it will relate to them, and it will be like a hot knife cutting through a butter, all right? Cutting through butter. So don't miss that. So where can you find them? Now we're going to talk about something, a concept that is called the law of congregation, all right? So what's the law of congregation? Now have you asked yourself, why do people gather in the church? Why do people gather in the church? Of course, it is believed that God is everywhere. God is omnipresent. Why are people not just scattered all over their homes? And why is there church in the first place? All right. Why is there a school? Why is there a particular place in the town or downtown and they call it St. Mary's High School or St. Mary's College? Why did they choose that particular place to be a school? And why are there particular sets of people that gather there every day? Why is there a place called a market? Why is there a place called a bank? It is the law of congregation. People gather in a particular place for a common reason. When they have a common goal, you will see people gather. That's why the stadiums are filled when there is a match. That's why the church are filled when there is a service. All right. So the law of congregation states that people of the same interest, people of the same goal, people of common fears, common biases, they gather in the same place. And this is where you come in. This is where you take your action or you strike hard. Now, if you want to market something to religious folks, you want to market something to church people, let me say you are selling Bible and you went to that church and maybe none of them has a Bible. All you have to do is to meet the priest and say, sir, I have dozens of Bibles and I want to sell to the people in this church. What do you think will happen? You have removed the stress of going from one house to the other, asking for who has a Bible and who doesn't have a Bible. Why? Because you came to the place where your customers are gathered. If you understand this, you are not going to stress yourself to sell online or offline. All right, you will not stress yourself to sell anything. All right, so it's very important that you know that all your customers are already somewhere. They are already gathered somewhere. Your work or your job is to locate where they are gathered and bring your product to their eyes, and you will save yourself time, energy, and a lot of money. All right, so where are they gathered online? Social media groups. They are gathered, they are already followers of your competitors. They are already followers of other influencers in your industry. So who are the top 3 people in your industry? That the people that is following them are your customers. Now remember that you are not going to do exactly what those influencers are already doing. You are doing something different, but it is related to what they are doing so that they can relate to what you will be saying when you begin to make yourself visible. Now you can, that's why you see people, you know, they go and call, they pay a particular influencer some amount of money to help them give a shout out to their product. Now what that does is that the followers of Mr. A, the influencer, will not find it difficult to buy from Mr. B, the new business person, because they believe that the influencer will not endorse something that is not genuine or something that will harm them. All right, so that is why one of the best ways to, you know, sell anything you want to sell is to meet people that already have that audience in huge numbers and put it in the face of their audience. All right, it can be a collaboration, it can be a partnership, it can be a payment, but look at the advantage you are having that is beyond the money you will pay. These guys are coming over to your own domain. They are coming over to your list and they will remain there. So they will buy from you in the future. They will keep buying and you will keep making money from that same audience. All right. So number 3, what bait can you use to attract them? Now you need to understand that people cannot just leave what is working and begin to follow you. People cannot just leave where they are and begin to follow you because you have a product or you launched a service. All right, there must be a reason, a cogent reason that will make them to take a break from where they are and follow you, and that is what we call a bait. So you need to have a bait that you will use to attract these guys from where they are already to where you want them to be, which is your list, which is your group, which is your community, or anything you have. All right. So it can be an ebook, it can be a free training, live or recorded. For instance, this training I'm doing is a recorded training. It can be a WhatsApp class, it can be anywhere, right? So the point there is you must have something good, you must have value that will make them to exchange their contacts with you. All right. Now remember that at this point, you are not trying to sell them anything. You are not selling anything at this point. You are only trying to bring them to your house where you are going to groom them. All right. So that's the next thing we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how you are going to make them to buy. Buying is the end of the funnel. It's at the end of the journey. All right. There are steps you need to take. All right. And giving them a bit in exchange for their contact is one of them. So your ebook must be very compelling, your video must be very compelling, filled with massive value. All right, the value must be massive if you want them to give you their contact and even tell their friends about you. This is what takes people from making 100,000 naira in naira, or making $10 to $10,000 in a very short time. This is what makes people to move from making $10,000 to $10 million in a very short time. Why? Because this system is the same. You just need to repeat what you are doing and the numbers keep increasing. Number 4, what biggest benefit do you want to give to them? What is the biggest benefit you want to give to them? Now I want you to understand that before you begin to look for your customers, you must decide the biggest benefit you want to give to them. Where do you want to take them to? Where do you want to take them to? What problem do you want to solve? You must establish this, and your solution should be able to take them from where they are right now, or from when they met you, to where they are going to. Now if you do this, your marketing is going to be very easy. You will now know what you will use as the bait. You will now know what to use as the low the low ticket offer, the middle ticket offer, and all that. All right, I'm going to talk about that later. So you must decide on where you are taking your customer to. All right, for instance, I do affiliate marketing, and I have taught over 170 people the formula I'm using. And where do I want to take those 170 people to? For now, because they are increasing, they keep increasing every day. Now I want to take them from being newbies in online business, being just people that are trying to make some couple of dollars, to people that can make money on demand. They can just wake up in the beginning of a month and decide a particular amount they will make that month, and they will make that amount because they have gotten a formula they can use to do that. All right, because I have done that, because I have taught some people how to do that. So I want to take them from worrying about money. I want to take them from being in debt, being owing people, from struggling, having sleepless night, struggling to pay their bills, to where they can relax, and focus on other things that that give them happiness while their money works for them, why they make the money that they will use to settle anything money can buy. All right, so that's what I want to take them to, and that is what you should do in your business as a pediatrician, as a banker, as an engineer, as a culinary expert. Where do you want to take your customer to? You must establish that, because that is the problem of many business people. I know you are getting these, guys. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Audience grooming, yeah. So this is where a lot of people miss it. All right, the goal here is to connect with your audience so that they can know, like, and trust you. People love to buy things from those they know, like, and trust, and it's popular in the marketing world. It's called the KLT factor, where people need to know you, people need to like you, and it is at the stage where they trust you that they can now pay you, because they now trust you. Right now, how can people that many of you have bought things online? All right, some of you have bought things from me, some of you will buy things from me. All right, Now, I've not met many of the people, majority of the people that have bought things from me, I've not met them before. I don't know them. I don't know the part of the world they live, but they have bought things from me. Why? Because they trust me. And why did they trust me? Because they liked me. So how will you like someone you don't know? Now they had to know me. All right. So I'm going to show you how to build your KLT factor and connect with your audience so that they can buy from you. Number one, you have to share your attractive character or your attractive persona. So we are all creatures of uniqueness. Everyone is unique, and we have unique stories, unique experiences, and these are the things your audience wants to know. Your audience wants to know whether you had that. The problem you are trying to solve for them, you had that problem before. They want to know how you move from where you were to where you are now. They want to hear that story, all right? And you don't need to hide it from them, because they want to know they are not working with a robot. They want to know they are not working with someone that that is not. They want to know they are not working with someone that didn't fall from the skies, right? So your attractive persona should talk about how you started. All right, this is very important. You should talk about where you were. You need to craft this story. That story is the beginning of your selling to a new person. The person must know. He must know. You don't just come and tell people I have this product for you. What is the story behind your brand? There must be a story. All right. You know there's a story behind the Coca-Cola. There's a story behind Nike. There's a story behind Samsung. There's a story behind iPhone. There are stories, and these people buy the stories. All right. What people buy is the story, not the product, because that product is in the market. All right. Majority of the products we sell today, they are supplements. They are replacements for those products. But what can't be replaced is your story. Your story is the only unique advantage you have over your competitor, and you have to use it. All right. So you should share that. Now, the second thing you should share is educational content. I want you to know. Okay, one of the big marketers in the online world said, the person that makes the most sale is the person that educates the most. Don't be scared to educate your audience about what you are selling to them. All right. Remember, people are very skeptical. People have bought many products in the past, and they didn't get what they wanted. So they are skeptical about the issues. All right. They are skeptical about the product you're selling. For you to break down that buying resistance they have, you need to educate them on the product. If you are going on to sell directly, if you are going on to sell, you are writing a sales page and you want to sell directly, you are not trying to groom the audience. The sales page must be long. You need to explain a lot of things. All right. So if you have a WhatsApp list, you have an email list. That's why some of you, when you sign up for the email list of some of the big guys, you see that there is a mail that drops to you, a welcome message. All right, a welcome message that makes you feel that, okay, someone noticed me. And the next morning another mail drops, and the next day another mail drops. And all these mails, none of them is telling you about buying anything. All right. Sometimes they can have a link to buy something, because there are people that are in a buying mood. All right. Marketing says that 3% of your audience are ready to buy immediately. So that's why some of these websites, people that have different products, they attach a link. But the main message is not to sell immediately, is to connect. And you do that through educational content. You are educating your audience about the product you are about to sell to them. Not only the product you are about to sell, but supplementary information that are important to that audience. For instance, you have an audience that are interested in you have an audience that you want to sell what will I choose now? You want to sell health products on pain, all right, nerve pain. nerve pain, health products on nerve pain, now, or supplements on nerve pain, for nerve pain. Now you can be giving them information about food to eat to relieve nerve pain, how to exercise, how to sleep. Those are important information that you are giving them for free. All right, and I'm going to tell you why they are going to buy from you later. Now the next one is motivational and inspirational content. The reason for this type of content is because of the kind of toxicity in our society. All right, the society is very toxic, negative information everywhere. So people will always love to go to anyone that have positive words. All right, anybody that is always reminding them that they can make it, they shouldn't give up, they should keep going. Man, you are making a lot of impact in that person, and that person would like to hear from you again. And that's why you see that some people don't leave a particular list, some people don't leave a particular WhatsApp list or email list or Facebook group, because you inspire them. All right. Don't underrate any word of inspiration. So in the content you are using to groom your audience that you're about to sell to, you should include motivational and inspirational content. The next one is entertainment content. I want you to understand that the world is very boring. All right, a lot of stereotype. So one of the ways your audience will connect to you is to say things that will make them laugh. All right, people love people that make them laugh, and you should be that person. So you should craft your personal stories that are funny and all that and share. Now the last one is personal life content. All right, your personal life stories. It doesn't mean you should go and share all the details or very valuable information that should be kept secret. No, but what it means is you should allow some level of vulnerability for you to connect with them. Let me tell you, human beings are more emotional than rational. So if you are more human, you will sell a lot. All right, let your content be so premium that people will wonder why it's free. So when you are doing this, you should be giving premium content. You should be giving content that is solving problems, real life problems. All right, so this is what will make them stick to you. Audience conversion. So now it's time to get value back. All right, now you are ready to sell. You have groomed them. Now here the law of reciprocity works for you. As you keep giving value to your audience, they will in turn feel indebted to you and look for ways to give back to you, and that includes buying whatsoever you are selling, even when they don't need it. This have happened to me. All right, there is one of my coaches, 𝘀𝘁𝗿𝗏. Now he has given us a lot of free value. All right, he has given us tons of free value, but I've bought many of his courses, or some of his courses, but one of them I bought, I later realized that I don't need it, but I just bought it because of the kind of transformation his free value have done to me. All right, and I'm not regretting it. It costs a good amount of money, but the value he has given to me ab initio is more than that money, because I'm still using that value today. All right, so that is how this thing works. The law of reciprocity works for you because you have given people value, you have helped them solve serious problems. They will not hesitate to buy whatever you're selling. Believe me, guys, this is how this thing works. All right, so you want to make a sale, you want to make that $100,000, you want to make that $10,000, you want to make that $1,000. You need to make an irresistible offer. All right, that you have groomed them, that you have given them a lot of free value. You need to make an offer. The reason is because people don't buy products anymore. People don't just come and buy a laptop. All right, no, that's so normal, that's so mainstream. All right, so but somebody will listen to you if you said buy a laptop, get 12 months guarantee, get a free hard disk, get a free subscription, get a free, that kind of stuff. Everyone wants that. That's what everyone wants. But look at the clue. Many people don't know that the laptop they bought, they have paid for every other thing. All right, but the word free triggers action. All right, human beings love free. They want to get free chocolates. Everyone loves a chocolate. All right, so that's why you see in some supermarkets they give people things as small as a sweet. All right, a little sweet. All right, and people are so happy, not because of the cost of the sweet, but because it is free. So an irresistible offer is you have loaded your product with so much value that your customer cannot say no. Your customer will feel stupid for saying no. All right, so you need to create an irresistible offer. No matter what you're selling, if you can create an irresistible offer, you are going to sell. You will sell massively. All right, the next thing there is create a value chain. Now, I've seen many businesses and they are selling only one thing. They are selling only one product. Now, what you are doing is you are eliminating a lot of your customers from buying from you. You are leaving a lot of money from the table. What do I mean? If you are selling a laptop, you should also sell chargers of laptop chargers. All right, you should also sell something that is supplementary to the main product you're selling. The reason is because there are people that will not buy everything at the same time. There are people that will buy some from you now, buy some later. And so if you're selling an information product on for instance, how to make money online, all right, or how to make money on WhatsApp. Now, WhatsApp has a lot of areas. For instance, you can make money online from WhatsApp groups. So you can create a different course on how to make money online or how to make money from WhatsApp groups. Okay, let's say, sorry for that. Let's say the main product is, permit me take some water. So let's say your product is how to make money from social media. All right, now social media is broad. We have a lot of platforms. Now you can create different courses how to make money from Facebook. Now inside the course you have how to make money from Facebook groups, how you can make money running Facebook ads, how you can make money from Facebook pages, Facebook page, Facebook ads, Facebook groups. These are three different areas that you can create products on. All right, and you can choose Facebook group to be the main your most valuable course. Now Facebook page can be your medium course, and Facebook ads can be your low ticket course. Right? So you have to have low ticket, medium ticket, and high ticket. Why? There are people that will never give you a lot of money for a particular product until they test what you have to offer with a little money. All right, back to your bait. Now, one of the advice in the marketing world is, because you don't want to gather a broke audience, your bait should be a low ticket offer. All right, you can make it as low as $1, $2, $3, not more than $1 to $5. All right, so that you will get only buyers to your list. This is very important because there are people that never buy, and you don't need that kind of people. You don't need that kind of customer. All right, remember, you need someone that can buy. And the law states that the person that bought from you today is more likely to buy a lot more from you tomorrow than the person that have never bought from you. It is more easier to get repeat business from existing customer than to get a new customer. All right, so that's why from your bait, from the people entering your funnel, they should be buying something at the front end, even though it is $1, even though it is $2. All right, this is what will help you to get a quality audience. Now you should create a value chain. Now there are people that they don't like being the lowest, and they don't like going all out, right? So they just stay at the middle. They get a medium product. All right, and there are people that the big boys, that they don't give a damn, they don't give a shit. They want the biggest, they want the biggest. So they just pay for the premium and go. So you are losing a lot of money. If you have only low tickets, you are losing the medium and the high. If you have only high, you are losing the medium and the low. If you have one, you are losing the rest, and that's a lot of money, and that is not what you want to do. The last one here is make sure you over deliver on your promise. Now when you begin to sell to them, remember you have built a lot of trust, they don't trust you. Now make sure you deliver on what you said you will deliver. If you are telling them you are going to give them a book that is teaching them how to make 7 figures from YouTube, now that should be exactly what you should deliver and go beyond. All right. One of the ways to maintain your market, to beat your competition, is to over deliver. You know, they usually say under promise and over deliver, but I usually say over promise and over deliver, because when you make over promise through an irresistible offer, people will want to find out, and by finding out, they are paying you. All right. So that is the end of this video. Please, I want you to subscribe to my channel, and I want to share this video, right? Tell your friends and share this video, right? Check the description for other important info, right? And see you in the next video.